Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Reading People by Anne Bogel, a revelatory exploration into the rich landscape of human personality. Published in 2017, this book offers a comprehensive guide on decoding the complex narratives of personality that define us all, employing renowned tools like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator to illuminate the concepts of introversion and extroversion, among others. Anne Bogel, an acclaimed writer and the brains behind the cherished blog Modern Mrs. Darcy, brings her expertise in fiction curation and her keen insights from her successful podcast, What Should I Read Next? With a substantial social media presence, Bogel, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky, has established herself as a leading voice in contemporary literary culture. Reading People is an essential read not just for psychologists and coaches who seek to enhance their understanding of personality dynamics, but also for career counselors looking to provide more nuanced advice based on personality assessments. Moreover, it extends an invitation to anyone curious about the intricacies of human personality, offering valuable insights into interpreting and interacting with various personality types more effectively. Join us as we unpack the layers of personality that govern our interactions and self-perception, guided by Anne Bogel's expert hand in reading people. This episode is sure to enrich your understanding of yourself and those around you, fostering more meaningful connections and a deeper appreciation for the diversity of human character. Reading People: How Seeing the World Through the Lens of Personality Changes Everything. Introduction. Discover the power of personality types. In an era where the internet is awash with quick-fire personality quizzes, be it aligning yourself with a Harry Potter house or pinpointing your spirit animal based on your brunch choices, it's easy to think we're learning deep truths about ourselves. Yet, these fleeting moments of self-assessment seldom scratch the surface of the complex beings we truly are. If you're aiming for a profound understanding of your personality, clicking through superficial questions won't cut it. Enter the realm of Anne Bogel's work, an enlightening journey into the heart of personality typologies. This exploration doesn't just wander through the corridors of theory, it dives deep into the realms of Myers-Briggs, the Enneagram, and other pivotal frameworks, revealing the profound impact our inherent traits have on every slice of our lives, from the art of building relationships to the pursuit of spiritual fulfillment and the nuances of our professional lives. As we navigate these insights, we uncover shared threads between introverts and extroverts, illuminating how these apparent opposites are more akin than we might think. We're also introduced to the concept of expressing love in not one, but 5 distinct languages, broadening our understanding of emotional communication. Most importantly, we're reminded that while our personalities are the bedrock of our identity, it's our behaviors, those aspects we can change and refine, that hold the key to transformative growth and personal evolution. Part 1. Uncover your true self through personal struggles. Ducking under the weight of uncomfortable truths or sidestepping life's more awkward moments is almost second nature to us. Our ability to ignore reality can be astonishingly profound, to the point where there are instances of individuals only realizing they're pregnant at the very moment of childbirth. This tendency to overlook the obvious can sometimes make it exceptionally challenging for us to accurately pin down our own personality types. This challenge is notably evident in the realm of personality assessments. When faced with questions meant to dig deep into our psyche, many of us end up painting a portrait of the person we aspire to be, rather than the person we truly are. The author experienced this firsthand during her encounter with the Myers-Briggs test, a tool designed to dissect and categorize individual personality types. Initially, her results labeled her as an architect personality type, known for their analytical prowess and pursuit of perfection. Given her penchant for literature, the title seemed to fit. However, it failed to resonate on a deeper, more personal level. Why the disconnect? Simply put, the results were off the mark. The breakthrough came from an unexpected source: the recurring conflicts with her husband. These disputes often boiled down to her intensely emotional manner of expression, a stark contrast to her husband Will's more reserved and rational approach. This led her to believe that Will was indifferent, further exacerbating her frustration. This dynamic was a revealing piece of the puzzle. Perhaps she wasn't an architect after all, but an idealist, someone driven by emotions and passionate expression. Conversely, Will embodied the rationalist archetype, approaching situations with logic over emotion. This revelation was eye-opening. Will's seemingly detached responses weren't a sign of apathy, but rather a different, more cerebral method of processing and resolving conflict. This personal anecdote underscores a powerful truth. Sometimes our most trying experiences and conflicts are better guides to our true selves than any personality test could ever be. Part 2. Finding Balance. The shared challenge for introverts and extroverts. While growing up, the author often found herself at odds with her mother's expectations during seemingly simple social interactions. The root of their differences. The author was navigating life as an introvert, in stark contrast to her extroverted mother. This dichotomy, which often played out during routine encounters at the supermarket, serves as a poignant example of the varying needs and responses of introverts and extroverts. The concept of introversion and extroversion, originally introduced by the famed psychologist Carl Jung in the 1920s, gained widespread attention through Susan Cain's influential work, Quiet, and her compelling TED Talks highlighting the strengths of introverts. In recent years, we've deepened our understanding of these personality types, recognizing that the distinction lies in their brain's wiring. Extroverts tend to process information rapidly, allowing them to engage in quick, real-time conversation, a stark contrast to introverts who digest information through a more complex pathway involving multiple brain regions. This fundamental difference in processing manifests in their respective preferences for activating either the parasympathetic nervous system, favoring rest and digest for introverts, or the sympathetic nervous system, triggering the fight-or-flight response preferred by extroverts. Despite these inherent differences, both personality types share a common need: coping strategies to navigate the challenges of daily life. For an extroverted parent who chooses homeschooling, the lack of regular social engagement can demand a search for balance, perhaps through walks with friends or conversations with neighbors. Conversely, an introvert attending a lively party might find solace and enjoyment through periodic retreats to a quieter space. This shared requirement underscores a universal truth. Regardless of our place on the introversion-extroversion spectrum, finding ways to adapt and thrive in diverse environments is a collective challenge. Part 3. Highly sensitive people, thriving in a world of sensory overload. Imagine a typical Thursday morning scenario: cluttered countertops, children's laughter and shouts filling the air, and a dog contributing to the cacophony with its incessant barking. For many, this scene is just a part of daily life's hustle and bustle. But for the author, such moments were disproportionately stressful, a puzzle that left her perplexed until she stumbled upon an enlightening explanation: her identity as a highly sensitive person, HSP. The confusion often arises from conflating HSPs with introverts, yet these are distinct pathways of experiencing the world. While introverts might retreat from extensive social engagements, feeling drained, HSPs perceive and react to sensory inputs, be it loud noises, bright lights, or strong smells, with an acute intensity that can quickly become overwhelming. This susceptibility to sensory overload demands that HSPs cultivate strategies for managing their environment. A foundational approach involves integrating regular intervals of sensory deprivation into their routine, a pause from the constant bombardment of stimuli. The essence of creating a sanctuary for HSPs lies not just in silencing the external noise, but in defining how this quiet time is spent. Engaging in activities that might seem relaxing to most, such as watching a film or listening to music, could still work against an HSP's need for complete sensory reprieve. Instead, embracing stillness and allowing the mind to unwind without distractions is key. For the author, mastering the art of managing sensory overload involved practical adjustments in her daily life, especially during demanding moments with her young children. By incorporating short breaks or smartly delegating tasks, she learned to navigate her high sensitivity, significantly reducing stress levels. This journey underscores the importance of understanding and respecting one's sensory thresholds, setting the stage for a balanced and fulfilling life for those who are highly sensitive. Part 4: Unlocking the Secret to Stronger Relationships, the 5 Love Languages. Picture receiving heartfelt greeting cards for every conceivable occasion, a gesture of affection that never failed to mark the celebrations and milestones within the family. This was the author's experience with her mother-in-law, a person for whom expressing love via written sentiments was as natural as breathing. Contrary to this, the author herself hadn't embraced the custom of card writing. That is, until she became acquainted with the transformative concept of the 5 love languages. Originating from Gary Chapman's insightful book, The 5 Love Languages, this concept illuminates the diverse ways individuals give and receive love, profoundly impacting our interpersonal relationships. First among these languages is words of affirmation. For some, love resonates through verbal expressions of appreciation and affirmation, where the right choice of words can deeply affirm one's feelings of love and appreciation. Next is quality time, highlighting the significance of undivided attention and shared moments. This language thrives on the premise that to love is to give one's time fully and attentively to another. The third language centers around giving and receiving gifts. Here, love is symbolized through tangible items, be it a simple memento or an elaborate gift, each carrying profound sentimental value as tokens of love. Acts of service represent the fourth language, where actions unequivocally speak louder than words. Demonstrating love through tangible acts of service, whether it's cooking a meal or fixing a leaky faucet, can resonate deeply with individuals who perceive love through deeds of kindness. Lastly, there's physical touch, emphasizing the power of physical connection, from a gentle caress to a reassuring hug, as a primary expression of love. Understanding and applying these love languages can spell the difference between harmony and misunderstanding in relationships. For instance, if one partner cherishes acts of service, while the other prizes quality time, finding a mutual language is crucial. Appreciating your partner's love language not only fosters a deeper connection, but also navigates the potential for miscommunication, allowing love to flourish in its many forms. Part 5: Navigating Relationships with the Kiersey Temperament. Sorter. Imagine the spark of conflict ignited by the clash of spontaneity and meticulous planning. This was the reality for the author, who cherished the thrill of impromptu adventures, and her child, who found comfort and security in well-laid plans. The root of their differences lay in their distinct temperaments, a concept that becomes crystal clear through the lens of the Kiersey temperament sorter. Developed by psychologist David Kiersey in the 1960s, this personality assessment tool divides individuals into 4 primary temperaments, each with unique characteristics and worldviews. Leading the pack are the artisans, individuals with their feet firmly planted in the present, who blend their grounded perspective with a flair for creativity. Following closely are the guardians, the stalwarts of tradition and order, known for their sensible and reliable nature, always with an eye on the here and now. Then there are the idealists, living with their heads in the clouds of future possibilities. They are guided by intuition and a vivid imagination, always pondering what could be. Completing the quartet are the rationales, logical beings who peer into the future, not with whimsy, but through the lens of problem-solving and reason. Grasping the essence of these temperaments unlocks a powerful tool for adjusting our expectations of others. The Kiersey temperament sorter teaches us that people's differences are not just inevitable, but fundamentally okay. Consider a scenario where one partner is a solid guardian, whereas the other is an adventure seeking idealist. From the idealist's viewpoint, the guardian's meticulous planning may seem dull or constraining. However, Keirsey's insights help us appreciate that traits we might find frustrating in others are often accompanied by admirable qualities. A partner who prioritizes planning, for instance, often brings to the table reliability, trustworthiness, and loyalty, cornerstones of a strong relationship. Embracing this understanding allows us to set realistic and fair expectations about the people in our lives. Recognizing that no one can be everything all at once, the Keirsey Temperament Sorter offers us a framework for appreciating the unique blend of traits each individual brings to the table, making our interactions more harmonious and emotionally rewarding. Part 6. Unlocking Your Potential with the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Diving into the complexities of personality, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator stands as a beacon of insight, a creation birthed from the intuitive minds of Catherine Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers over a century ago. This time-honored framework is built upon 4 foundational dichotomies, each shedding light on our inherent preferences and tendencies. The journey begins with the contrast between introversion and extroversion. Introverts find solace in the inner landscape of thoughts and imaginations, while extroverts draw energy from the dynamic tapestry of the external world. Treading further, we encounter the intuition versus sensing dichotomy. Intuitive individuals are visionaries of sorts, captivated by potentials and the interconnectedness of seemingly disparate ideas. In contrast, those who lean towards sensing are firmly anchored in the concrete, relying on their sensory experiences as their guide. The dichotomy of thinking versus feeling unveils our decision-making proclivities. Thinkers approach decisions with a logical and analytical frame of mind, while feelers navigate these waters guided by the compass of their emotions. Lastly, the judging versus perceiving dichotomy reflects our approach to structure and decision-making. Judges are decisive, swiftly moving from one concluded judgment to the next, while perceivers embody openness, meticulously gathering information before drawing conclusions. The magic of these dichotomies lies in their ability to illuminate our strengths and vulnerabilities. Understanding our dominant traits not only bolsters self-esteem by highlighting our unique contributions, but also paves the way for personal growth by revealing areas ripe for development. Consider the ISFJ personality type, an emblem of compassion, grounded in strong values, pragmatism, and reliability. While their dedication to others is commendable, ISFJs may struggle with adaptability, overly concern themselves with outward appearances, and unwittingly manipulate situations to meet their needs. The nuances captured by the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator guide ISFJs towards leveraging their strengths, like their unparalleled ability to support others, while also acknowledging the importance of self-care and adaptability in their personal development journey. Part 7. Exploring the Enneagram, a guide to understanding ourselves. The craft of writing shares an intriguing similarity with the Enneagram system. Both are challenging endeavors that reward those who persevere with profound insights and fulfillment. Originating from the Greek words enneia, meaning 9, and gramma, meaning drawing, the Enneagram presents a dynamic map of 9 distinct personality types, each illustrating unique patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. This system was first introduced to the modern world by the Armenian philosopher George Gurdjieff, and though its origins are shrouded in mystery, its impact on understanding human nature is undeniable. Let's venture into the essence of each of these 9 personality types. At the onset, we have the reformers, characterized by their pursuit of perfection and high standards. Next, the helpers, whose altruistic tendencies often see them putting the needs of others before their own. The achievers are marked by their competitive spirit, constantly chasing after success. Individualists stand out with their focus on the lack in their lives, seeking uniqueness. The intellectual investigators live in the realm of ideas, driven by curiosity. Loyalists, on the other hand, are the bastions of security and responsibility, albeit sometimes to a fault due to their cautiousness. Enthusiasts embody the spirit of joy and adventure, albeit with a tendency to overindulgence. Challengers assert their dominance and control, often coming across as powerful leaders. Lastly, the peacemakers, who strive for harmony, sometimes at the expense of their own desires. Discovering one's Enneagram type serves as a mirror reflecting our intrinsic motivations and pitfalls. For example, the author, identifying as a peacemaker, recognized her tendency to sidestep conflict by conforming to others' expectations, even at the cost of her own beliefs. This realization was pivotal, highlighting a pattern where her conciliatory nature led her to absorb advice on parenting that didn't resonate with her true convictions. With deeper awareness of her Enneagram type, the author learned to navigate these tendencies more skillfully, resisting the urge to acquiesce to others purely for the sake of peace. This journey through the Enneagram not only illuminates paths to self-discovery, but empowers individuals to forge more authentic and fulfilling lives. Part 8. The dynamic nature of behavior versus the stability of personality. The notion that individuals never change, especially those rooted in the same locale throughout their lives, is a common belief. The teenage extrovert, loud and vivacious, often transitions into an equally animated adult. Yet experience and countless narratives, including the author's, attest to the profound transformations people undergo over time. A striking example is the author's encounter with a former high school classmate at a farmer's market. Known during their school days as the quintessential troublemaker, this person had seemingly undergone a complete metamorphosis. From a rebellious teenager to a devoted mother and wife, fervently committed to her family's health and well-being, her journey symbolizes the potential for significant personal change. This raises the question: if personality types are relatively stable, how do such drastic changes occur? The answer lies in the distinction between personality, the core traits that define us, and behavior, the modifiable expressions of those traits. While an introverted youngster is likely to grow into an introverted adult, the scope of their social interactions and how they navigate social settings can evolve dramatically, challenging the notion of immutability. Central to this evolution is the concept of mindset. Individuals harboring a growth mindset embrace the possibility of change and personal development, viewing themselves as works in progress. This outlook enables them to counterbalance less desirable traits by actively refining their behaviors. Contrastingly, those with a fixed mindset perceive their attributes as unchangeable, often resulting in stagnation and persistent unhelpful behavioral patterns. Embracing the belief in personal growth does not imply an overhaul of one's inherent personality. Rather, it highlights the capacity to adapt and thrive through intentional behavioral adjustments. Recognizing this, individuals are empowered to leverage their understanding of personal strengths and vulnerabilities, paving the way for fulfillment and achievement. Ultimately, the journey of self-discovery and improvement underscores the transformative power of adopting a growth-oriented approach to life's challenges and opportunities. Final summary: the colorful tapestry of human personalities offers a multifaceted exploration into who we are and how we connect with the world around us. Delving into the landscape of personality assessment presents valuable tools for unlocking the intricacies of our individual characteristics. Whether it's understanding the nuances between introversion and extroversion, or pinpointing our specific type within the Myers-Briggs framework, these approaches serve as a bridge to deeper self-awareness and more meaningful interactions with others. Embracing the diversity of personalities not only enlightens us about our unique preferences and tendencies, but also guides us in nurturing our well-being and forging harmonious relationships. In a world rich with variety, the journey of personal discovery and growth stands as a testament to the profound and enduring impact of understanding our personality's role in the narrative of our lives. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.